Welcome, everybody. It's our favorite time of year, Halloween. Getting ready for it. So this is my house tour. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I have a theme. Let me tell you my theme. It's taking from today's headlines in a way. I played with the plague and also bird flu. So I came up with black bird plague. So that's our theme. So that's why you see so many black birds around. See them on the window there? Lots of window clings. Those are from Temu. Look how cool that looks. It looks, you know what? It looks cozy. I think it's because everything's enveloping me. There's my little bird skeletons. Look, they're from the dollar store. They got a little paint job. And then I glued just some random little feathers. You know, kind of add to that kind of decaying kind of feel. So those are my little skeletons I did. I did a little DIY on those. There he is. They're at home right there with all the bones and the feathers. You'll see a lot of feathers around. And there's a little crow or raven. I'm going to call it a blackbird in a little nest sitting there too, amongst the feathers and the bones. A couple of pumpkins with crowns. Well, here's one of our victims right now, wearing his little plague mask, and he's a dapper victim. So he's got his little top hat on. He's got a ruffle collar on. I love these masks. The masks are from Temu. Everything's from Temu, you guys. I love Temu. And I tried to age everything up. Oh, and look, he's got a little friend with him. I found that little candle holder, the metal candle holder on Temu, and I just put a skull in it. So he's just sitting there, surveying the plague. Yes, that one didn't fare too well, apparently. Yeah, he fell apart during the plague. Lots of feathers around on my furniture. It's going to be so fun to clean up for the next year or so. And here's another little corner. Oh, here, look. Here's the garland with all the birds on it. I love these garlands. They're from Overstock.com a few years ago. They light up. I'll show you them lit up later. And they're just branches. So I put a bunch of birds on the branches. Oh, look at my spider web. This I made. It's got rhinestones on it, so it glitters in the sunlight. It's so cool, you guys. I'm going to have this guy up year-round. Not in the living room, but yeah. He'll be up year-round somewhere. I think he's fabulous. Oh, and look, there's a spider. I did a DIY on the spider. This is one of those spindly spiders they sell at the dollar store, and I just beefed him up. I think he looks really cool. I love him. I really do. I think I'll keep him. I was going to sell him, but I think I'll keep him. Look at all the feathers around. Ooh, another victim. He's got his plague mask on. This one I made a little... Just so everybody knows he's infected, I made him a badge. And there's another one. That's a personalized little tag I got from Temu. Yeah. And he's got his derby hat on. And he has a black neck ruffle on and a white kind of, what are those called? Ascots? Oh, and look at these. I made these little badges for him. I aged the little ribbons from Temu. Oh, and look at the eyeball. And that's from an old necklace from the thrift store. And there's Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe that's Edgar Allan Poe there. Maybe he's a victim. I don't know. And yeah, he's got some black ruffles on. He's perched there on the sofa reading his books. Black Death. I made these books. They're dollar store books. And I just... Oh, and that one's a box. That's a box from Temu. I just covered that one. But I made those. I just... searched for book covers on the internet and printed them out and aged them, and I sized them as best I could. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, apparently. They don't really cover the book properly. But oh, they're so fun. This one's for the cure of the plague. I mean, at this perilous time, they should have had that a little while ago, I think. Yep, so he's reading up, as every good plague victim should. Yep. All the feathers. That's going to take me forever to clean up. Maybe I'll just leave it. Yeah, I'll just leave it. And then there's more birds up on the branches. Those are so cool. I do have quite the collection of blackbirds now. Dollar store and Temu. Oh, and here's one of my skeleton tassels. I love these. I did a DIY on those. Oh, bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, I think is how it goes, right? Oh, I should have gotten a bush and put some birds in it. That would have been cool. There's another one of my ribbons I made. And there's some necklace ribbons. I don't know what you would call them. Awards. They're supposed to be for the cow there. He's won awards. And my gallery wall. Look at the glare. You know, I'm going to take the glass out of the picture frames, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, here's our plague doctor. How cool is that mask? I just love that. That's so cool. It's from Temu. It's really good quality, you guys. Really good. And then he's got his little medicine bottles hanging from his belt there. Temu. I did a little aging on them. I think they could use a little more aging, to be quite honest. Yeah, they still look a little flat, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. They need a little more work. Yep. I love that mask. Oh, it's so cool with the hat, the little cape. So cool. Whoop, another bird. Cabinet of Curiosities. I love my Cabinet of Curiosities. To be quite honest, it doesn't change much. Yeah. And there's another bird perched on a sea sponge. And then over here, look, a little gathering of pumpkins with crowns. And they're resting on thrift store lamp bases. I just took them apart and glued them together. A little skull, a little hat. Why not? Oh, and I've been having fun with doing gold leaf and silver leaf on these masks. Everything from Temu. Well, except for that mask there. That's from the thrift store. Oh, and the gold was from the thrift store too, a long time ago. And you saw the big black spider. Look at this. Whoop. I tried gold leafing a spider. I think it turned out so cool. I love it. This candle is so cool. That's from Dollarama. That's just a dollar store. Look how pretty that is. And you know what? It smells really good. For like $2. Amazing. I love Dollarama. Hi, victim. Okay, back to the Cabinet of Curiosities. There's one of my latest. That's my zombie baby specimen. I found the label on the internet, and it says that Mr. Jones there, he preserves specimens. So I thought that would be a good label. So I just aged it up a bit, and then I did a little transformation. That's a Temu little zombie. Did transformation on him. Oh, there's some mini notebooks. Got them from the dollar store and just did more book covers. Oh, and you're going to see tons and tons of these little mice that I did. Painted them black and then painted them gold. Some have top hats. Some have crowns. Woo! This is so fun. This is a picture dictionary. Who knew there was such a thing? But I glued a bunch of flies to it. And these are my plague flashcards. Look how cool that is. Oh, those big shears are from Temu. They're so fabulous. Yep, there's a crown on one of the mice. Look how fun that is. On the cheese, I tried to make the cheese look like it was moldy. I don't think I succeeded very well. They need a little more work. And there's my taxidermy display. I did this a while ago for my crows. I think it turned out so fun. So cool. I did a DIY on that as well. Yeah, it really fits in well in the Cabinet of Curiosities. I think it's going to live there forever. There's one of my toothy pumpkins. I put it on a little stand. There's a 3D printer spider there on that picture frame. Oh, there's a toe. There's a couple of DIYs I did. They fit in so well with my Cabinet of Curiosities. Oh, and look at, I dressed up my bus for Halloween. They're all sporting little masks I got from Temu. Winston Churchill has a little top hat. Ooh, I love that. I love that print there with the spider. Another little DIY. Oh, there's another one. Who doesn't need ears in a jar? Another skull with a mask. Oh, I love it. Love it. There's a little mice. Little mice. A little mouse. Oh, and I made some pharmacy bottles rather than those cutesy labels you see most of the time. Yeah, I don't like the cutesy labels too much for Halloween. I like the authentic looking pharmacy labels. This is from Temu. I just wanted to show you. Look how cool that is. That's them right there with the little black votive candle. They are so pretty. So pretty. There's another one of those labels on the bottle. Love, 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 love. Don't forget. Gotta have that ribbon around the finger so you don't forget. Look at all the little mice scurrying about. One with a crown. There's my banner. I love banners for some reason. Murder for Hire. I did a DIY on that too. I love that. That's been up for a while. It just kind of fits the theme of the house for some reason. Oh, and this is my traveling button salesman sample book. I made that. I did a DIY on that too. They're so cool. To me, they're cool. You know, this is all stuff I love. I know it's not for everybody. I seriously get that. But I really do love my house. It makes me happy. Looking at this stuff makes me seriously, seriously happy every day. So, you know, even if you don't love it, maybe you can just appreciate it. Here's my floral arrangement on my coffee table. And oh, look at that rug. That's from Temu. The Oriental is from Temu. The Sisal, I think, is from IKEA. And my coffee table is a trunk. And then I put together this huge floral with just bits and bobs of florals that I gather. Oh, there's another bird. There's one of my eyeball peonies. Look at those rats. They're so good. Those are from Dollarama, dollar store. And I painted those eyes to look like those Grandin Road, very expensive eyeballs. Yeah, too expensive for me. And I painted a bunch of grapes black just to fit in. There's another eyeball. More eyeballs. You can never have enough eyeballs on your coffee table. And the rats have been busy eating. You can see their bones there. Oh, there's a couple toothy pumpkins that I made. Dollar store pumpkins, and I put some Temu teeth on them. Those rats are so good, you guys. They are so good. I'm glad I bought a few. They're gone now. They sold out very quickly. Eyeball peony. I do love this floral display. I love how big it is, how dark and moody it is. I love the big branches hanging out. I tried to make that floral display look like a Renaissance painting. You know, the ones they used to do way back in, you know, like the 1600s. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to look like. But I wanted a spooky version with all the branches and whatnot. My gallery wall. I do love a good gallery wall. That throw is from Temu. Pillow from Temu. There's Edgar Allan Poe, victim. I love the birds on the window. I just feel like that's so cozy. Ooh, look at the snake there. I have more snakes. Hang on, I'll show you. Let's just walk along here. Look, I found that one at the thrift store. It'll give it a little paint job. And that, I love the white one. Temu. I should stop saying Temu. Almost everything's from Temu. I have fallen down the Temu rabbit hole. Hi, doctor. Let's go in the kitchen. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen. Right here I have another black pumpkin with a crown. No idea why. I have no idea. Little art. This is from Temu. Look at that. I know that's not for everybody, but I just love that. And that one I find hysterical. I just do. Needs to come out of the glass though. The reflection is now bothering me. and my faux bread. I forgot to do my maggots and flies. So here, look, this is what I should have done. I love doing this for Halloween. I love these flies. Love them. I can't remember if I got the maggots from Temu. I'm sure I did. I mean, of course they have maggots. It's not fun though. Just for Halloween, guys. Not for every day. Oh, and this I love. This is from Temu. I gave it a paint job and added the crown. And this is a knife block. How cool is that? I just think it's so regal. Regal. Love it. Another Dollarama candle. So good. So good. Pretty gray color. And it smells wonderful. It's wonderful. And there's a little black tree in a white pitcher. And here on my little chicken wire bulletin board, little poison wood cutout, has glitter on it. It's so cool. I've had it for years. And then over here, another little candle next to all my little soaps and whatnot. Love those little candles. They smell so delicious. Yep, that one. Oh, look. Here is a bird, a big black bird skeleton. Oh, I love that mask. It's so good. Well, he's got a little badge. He's infected. Well, quite apparently, he's infected. He's got feathers around his cuffs there. And he has feathers around his neck. Little feather shawl. The mask is so good. That's fur and a rubber beak. It's really such a good quality. All the masks I got from Temu this year, really good quality. This is so fun. This is another personalized item I picked up from Temu. Well, obviously from Temu. It says, Happy Birthday, Lucifer. I just thought it was apropos for the occasion. No idea what I'm going to do with it. I don't think I'm going to set it out for anybody to see. It feels silky. It's polyester, but it feels really silky. But I think people will think I'm really, off my rocker and dangerous if I put that out for the public to see. So yeah, I'll find someplace in the house or in the backyard maybe. Yeah, in the backyard would be good. But for now, we'll just set it over on the bare bones of our blackbird plague victim, infected guy. Yep. There's another bird. More birds on the chandelier. Home Depot chandelier. I love their lighting. I do. More black pumpkins with crowns. And look at my favorite white spider. That's from a Ukrainian artist years ago. I've had that for years. Love it, love it, love it. And so those are the alphabet blocks I made. I did a DIY on those. Blackbird plague. Some more feathers. These are so cool. These are my candy treat buckets. I made them out of peat buckets, for gardening. That one says Bills of Morality. Bills of Morality. And here is our plague doctor. Again, just images from the internet. Little black velvet ribbon with a little brad for the handle. These are so cool. Look, I hope you choke. That just cracks me up. Obviously from Temu. But I want them for like M&Ms or something, that you could scoop out of the little buckets. So I was going to bring them into work for my nurses, but I'm not sure how they'd go over. I hope you choke. Not sure. I think my neighbors would get it, though. I'm pretty sure my neighbors would be okay with that. So they'll go to my neighbors. I love them, though. I think those spoons are so cool. They're wood spoons. And over here, my little island, another tassel. Did a DIY on that. I love it. With a brown velvet ribbon. More feathers. Oh, and this wicker bottle. Once I added the 13 to it, I now love it. I now love it. 13 is my birthday. Just in case anybody wants to know. June 13th. Just in case anybody, you want to know. Mark that down. Little teacup I made. Well, I didn't make the teacup, but I added the teeth and the little saying inside the teacup and the spider. Look how cute. I do love that thing. And then over here, look, this is a lantern. I picked up at the thrift store, tore it apart, and put in this crow holding the light bulb. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's pretty popular. And some more skulls I made. Little hats. I do like doing that little paint job on my skeletons. And over here I have another little skeleton tassel. Yes, I did go a little crazy with the skeleton tassels, but I just think they're so cool. I don't know. And I'm going to keep them out year round. It just makes sense to me. I don't know why. It just makes sense. And then over here, in my back area, that's my back door, laundry area. This is my first gallery wall. This is where it all started. And I actually did this for Halloween several years ago. So I'll tell you what we've got here. Let me show you over here. This used to be my favorite portrait. That's what started all the portraits. There's a little spider image from Temu. That's a real little bird skeleton I found. No, somebody gave it to me. So they found it and gave it to me. That one I found. That's a little tiny skull. I don't know what it's from. Temu spider. Temu bug. I love the color of that bug. And that used to be a paperweight. I just took it apart and framed it. And that's a dollar store ankle with Edgar Allan Poe's information. I actually looked it up on the toe tag. I looked it up. And in the background, you can see teeth. Temu teeth. I don't know what it is with me and teeth. I have no idea. No idea. Spooky season. I love that little thing with the spider. Yeah. Oh, and my work shoes. We can all admire my work shoes. Sorry about that. And look at this. I love this. Cemetery. Visitors only. No loitering. Do they actually have to say no loitering in the cemetery? Do people actually do that? Who would do that? Who would do that? Cracks me up. I love that sign. Okay, so now we'll head through the kitchen. Say hi to the doctor. How you doing, doctor? And we'll go in here in the hallway. And I put a bunch of birds, wall decals in the hallway. Those are, I think they're at the dollar store Temu. And they look really cool. Look, down on the ground too. They just look really fun. Really fun for Halloween. I'm going to try and save them. I saved the backing, so we'll see if they hold up. Yeah, they look really cool. And again, it just looks cozy with all the birds on the walls. Oh, more tassels. These are feet, though. These are feet this time. Yeah, the paint job on that one turned out really well. If I don't say so myself, which, you know, I always do. Not bragging. I just get excited. Sorry. More pumpkins with crowns. Just sitting there in the corner. And in the bathroom, more birds. Went crazy with the birds. But it is a black bird plague. So I figured, you know, we had to have tons and tons of black birds. That just, you know, makes sense. Oh, and over here, look at this. This is another little thing I made. I saw this on Pinterest or somewhere I saw it. And I said, oh my gosh, I can make that. And there it is. I did. Just a little coin purse. It's a little black suede coin purse and teeth. I do have a lot of teeth. Another pumpkin with a tiara. Yeah. And then up here in my silver salt and pepper shakers, just some black trees from the dollar store. More black birds on the walls. Oh, look, black toilet paper. Yep, lots of black birds. They turned out really well, I think. I think they really look, maybe because it's the white walls. They look really good. Oh, I'm just taking another opportunity to show off my artwork. I do love that one. Facebook Marketplace, $20. Yep. And that's my bathroom. I even love my bathroom. Yep. I do love my little house. And out in the hallway, more birds. And then over here is my bedroom. And we'll mosey on in here. And this is one of my newest favorite things, most favorite things. It's a letter banner I painted. And it says, My Flesh Prison. That's a new one I just learned. My Flesh Prison. And at the bottom, where the crows are, I've already ordered more letter banners. I'm going to put It's going to say, my flesh prison lies in this bed. My flesh prison lies in this bed. I love that. So that'll be up year round. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with me. It's worrisome. It's concerning. But I do love that. I think it's so fun. And here's a couple of my buddies. I've had the doll for many years. Found it at the thrift store. Gave it a paint job. And the little bear, the little skeleton bear, that I got last year from Temu. Came just like that. Look at that. And they just have little party hats on. I made those. And then here's, I love my bedside table. Pumpkin with a really cool crown. Really cool crown. I like that crown. And then I did all the dolls. Oh, look at this. This is my newest Temu hands, and put some cuffs under the glass. And the other one is a collar with a little top hat on top of the glass. I just think they look really sharp together. I like those. And then all my dolls' heads. Dollar Store and Temu, and I painted them all. And then added the crowns. There's a 3D printer spider. They are so cool. The legs are so cool. And a bunch of black cactus, the little cactus things. I forget what you call them. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I love that spider. Well, now it's going to bother me. I can't think of the word of those little cactus things. Is that what it is? Mini cactus? And another button salesman traveling sample book. Mostly black buttons in there. That one's for me. The others I made for sale. And my gallery wall. And then over here, that's my Halloween tree. Who doesn't have a Halloween tree like that? That is a little black, skinny Christmas tree from Temu. I put spider webs all over it. And then some of my bugs that I painted black and then gold. And just stuck those on there. And then at the base, I threw a pile of skulls and bones and bugs and crowns. Oh my. Yeah, and they've got lights, so I'll light them up and we'll see them later on. It's too early in the day. You can't see them well when it's this light out. And there's a old dictionary I found at the thrift store, glued on some of my favorite flies. Look, I love those flies. I aged the book up a bit. And that's on a music stand I found at the thrift store many years ago. And that's a tassel. I thought it was going to be in the green, so I bought a green tassel. Yeah, it didn't last long. I'm not that into green like that. So I painted it black and gold, and now I love it. Now I love it. It's way muted. Yeah, I love it now. Yeah, I'm going to take the glass off of those. Oh, there's some more of my vintage ribbons that I made for the horses this time. They won the ribbons. Yeah, all the glass is coming off of those. So you just can't see them anymore. You can't see the portraits because of the glare on the glass. That's now really bothering me a lot. But I love that gallery wall. Oh, over here I have a little tiny black Christmas tree, little black tree, next to my little figurine there. And I found at the thrift store, and she was very colorful. She was flesh tone with a blue dress, standing on green grass. So I gave her one of my little paint jobs and added a crown, and also for Christmas I gave her a wreath, and I just liked the wreath so much I kept it. I just added a little black ribbon, so now it fits in every day, you know. Yep, sitting on a little pile of books. And that's a Temu or IKEA little tree there. And a bunch of dollar store birds flocking around my portrait up there. Well, it's not my portrait. It's a portrait I own. And the glass has to come out so you can see the portrait. And this is something I made just the other night. These are my drooling, toothy lilies. And these I tried for the first time. I tried resin. Look, you can see it just dripping out. It actually turned out pretty cool for my first attempt. But here you can really see the drops much better. Yeah. I love the little shine on them, like they're drooling. It's just so cool. And they're in this really cool French-inspired holder. And it goes over your shoulder, so you can carry your bouquet of flowers. I think it's so cool. Temu, amazing, amazing. And that's my bedroom. I do love my bedroom. I am very comfortable in my bedroom. My velvet bedding. Yeah. Okay, let's go out back into the hallway, down the very lengthy hallway. This is my office. The only thing I have in my office right now for Halloween is this little guy. He came red from Temu, so I gave him a little paint job, and I painted the teeth white, and he has a little crown. He lights up. We'll light him up later. And that is it. That is my house for Halloween. I so hope you enjoyed it. I do love my house. As we all do, right? I mean, that's what it's about. People doing these kinds of YouTube videos. It's just all about how much they love their houses. And I do love my house. But I want to show it to you lit up. So we're going to wait for it to get a little darker. And I'll show you how it looks with all the lights on. Look at the birds. I love the birds. I wish I could leave the birds up all year, but that would be weird. Even for me, that would be weird. Yeah. Cabinet of Curiosities. I love it. I must say, I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch all your decorating YouTube videos, especially for Halloween. I watch every single Halloween home tour there is. At least I try to. And I do enjoy every single one of them. They may not be my taste, but I do appreciate, and I do, I see how much people love their homes and how much fun they have. Okay, here we go. Look at, this is just twilight, so it's still light enough for you to see what's going on in the house. But I wanted you to see the lights on and still be able to see the house. So you can see it's just twilight now. I put some fairy lights in the windowsill. Very few fairy lights this year. Some in the windowsill, and then I always have the garlands around the mirrors and over the sofa. I always have those. I love those. And they're on a timer. They're fabulous. They're on a timer. They were pricey for me. Did I tell you? Yeah, they were $200 each. That was several years ago. $200 each. For me, that's a lot. Oh, I love this. I just put just a small strand of fairy lights at the base of the floral arrangement. I don't know why, but I just think that looks really classy. And then on the Cabinet of Curiosities, I just have those amber votive holders that I showed you. Just that row up at the top of the little candlelight. No fairy lights this year. It just, I don't know, it just looked a little spookier to me rather than fairy lights. Fairy lights don't look spooky to me. Candles look spooky. Yeah. So I wanted just a few candles. So there's the one there on the right. That's the Dollarama little tiny candle. So pretty. It smells so good. And they're right there. That's a oil lamp. I just put a little votive in it because the oil lamp doesn't work. And then in the kitchen, there's my fabulous candelabra. I love that. That's Temu. I just did a paint job on it. Got that years ago. A friend of mine wanted to buy one, and so I found it for him. It has more than doubled in price since I bought it. And there's my crow holding the light bulb lantern. I just wanted to show you what it looks like with the light bulb on. It's hard to see. All the crows all around. The candles on the counter over there. Always have the under cabinet lighting come on though. It's on a sensor. Temu. And then we'll go into my bedroom. Look, by my bedside. It's so lovely at night with just that on. So lovely. And I think it looks really cool with the doll's heads. I think it looks really fabulous. Is that weird? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I can't help it. I seriously can't help it. And this, I think, looks so pretty too. I didn't want to do the normal, you know, lights in the tree, so I just threw them at the bottom there. And there's quite the pile of lights there. But I think it looks really cool, even reflected in the glass, which I'm taking out. And then down at the end of the hall, there's just this one little jack-o'-lantern. Has his little lights on. So cute. Look how cool. So you can kind of tell it used to be red. It's kind of showing through the paint when the lights are on. Yeah. Does look kind of pretty, doesn't it? I'm going to show it to you when it gets just a little tiny bit darker. I want you to see how it looks. Hang on. It's coming up. Hang on. Hang on. See, it's just a tiny bit darker. And you can see. I still wanted you to see the birds on the window just because I think that's so cool. But look how pretty that looks. Look how pretty. Then you can see the silhouette of the skeleton and the spider. Yeah. And that is it, everybody. I so hope you enjoyed. It was so much fun doing. I do love these Halloweens. Bye.